is teaching us simple living. The principles of simple living can be applied anywhere, but it is more of a challenge in the cities as they are constructed at present. The cities, we should know, that are presently existing are not ideal cities. Not only are they not ideal, but they are actually very detrimental in many ways for our, for promoting Krishna consciousness. So Srila Prabhupada wanted that we be in the cities, but for giving a message. Those of us who are in the cities for preaching purposes, we should understand primarily it should be for preaching purposes, and we should avoid becoming overly entangled. Part of our mission, part of Srila Prabhupada's mission, is to actually understand the Vedic norm in terms of how the vast majority of people are meant to live. And the vast majority of people are not meant to live actually in cities. So those of us who are in the cities, we should, there are different ways that we can minimize our, accumulating too many material things, only whatever we are needing for our living, for our preaching. And we should, Srila Prabhupada gave this instruction many years ago, we should be connected with the rural community. Something very practical where we can get wholesome food, where we can get pure milk. And Srila Prabhupada gave a very important instruction also, which is part of our Vedic culture, that the vast majority of householders, they should be connected with agriculture, but those in the cities at least, they should be connected with prasadam. Connected with prasadam doesn't mean just eating prasadam, taking prasadam, but it means, developing catering services and offering prasadam, distributing prasadam. Yeah, Srila Prabhupada wanted that, he gave many instructions in this regards for those who are, of course, there are many other preaching activities. For example, those who are involved in book distribution or preaching to congregation. Whatever preaching activity we can do, that's fine, but we should avoid becoming overly entangled, basically. But and I'll close on this one point, which some of you might find a little bit difficult to either understand or digest, that those devotees, listen carefully, those devotees who are living in our cities, and I know that's the vast majority of you sitting here, but who are not engaged in frontline preaching, actually don't belong in the cities, should not be living in the cities. Our cities should be our preaching basis. I repeat, our cities should be our preaching basis where we are engaged in preaching, first and foremost. And the second part of the mantra is that our living basis should be rural communities. We should be living in the country. We should be living actually in villages. That is the Vedic norm. And then the question you were asking, sambandha, relationships will take a completely different dimension. And that is one of many reasons why we have many complicated situations in our lives as devotees, actually. It's like when somebody doesn't know about Krishna, he's in Maya, isn't it? Before we all came to Krishna consciousness, I was in Maya, like probably most people. So we can be in Maya in two ways, actually more than two ways, but two major ways. One, we don't know about Krishna, and number two, we don't know what is the natural way to live. When we are disconnected with the land and the cows, we're disconnected with Krishna. Or put it in another way, our connection with Krishna is not complete. Those of us who are here, all of us, that means all of us who are here in the material world, it's like we have this material body. Every day we have to provide for this material body. Krishna has given a way in a system. Krishna has given us all ideal, perfect, complete systems.